So, Tariq is going to be in the season. I'm here for it. I'm glad he's back. Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Beanie Summer, and I'm back with another episode of Abbott Elementary, episode 3, season 3, of course. But yo, what a funny ass episode, right? Let's get into this recap. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification button so you'll be notified every time I post a new video. And yeah, to all my subscribers, thank you so much. To all my new visitors, please subscribe. I come with love. I come with jokes. I come with me. Yeah. All right. But yeah, let's get into this recap. So the episode starts off with Miss Howard greeting all her kids into the classroom. So she's saying good morning to everybody. And then here walks in Tariq with this young, cute little boy, right? And Miss Howard's like, good morning, and looks up like, what the hell are you doing here? So Tariq goes on to tell her, like, oh, basically, this is my son. And Miss Howard's like, no, it's not. It's not your son. He's like, yeah, I'm dating her mom, so this is my son. The way the little boy looked at Tariq, like, get out my classroom. Get out. And the fact that Tariq keep on calling him Tariq Jr. is wow. That's not that little boy's name. So Tariq is like, okay, so we're gonna be seeing each other because I'm gonna be dropping him off, whatever. And he goes, like the bell rings, so he's leaving. And Miss Howard's like, Tariq. And she takes out her hand and he gives her the Play-Doh. Why are you stealing Play-Doh from kids? Tariq, what were you gonna do with the Play-Doh? Like, this show is hilarious. After that, Tariq come back again, and this time is lunchtime. And there is Miss Howard and Melissa. Tariq goes right to them and he's like, oh, I made a mistake and gave Tariq Jr. my lunch and he got my lunch, so I'm just going to switch it out. So he takes the little kid's Lunchable. He was like, yep, that's better. And Miss Howard was like, that's a Lunchable. And he was like, yeah, and it's delicious. Why? So the little boy, and his name is Nick. Nick was like, bro, you're not my dad. Like, and he's like, all right, Nick Jr., I'll see you later, and walk away. I'm like, yo. So the good thing about all of this is that at least Tariq is like trying. You know what I mean? So he asks Mrs. Howard for advice, like, hey, what can I do to get him to like me? Like, I don't understand why he don't like me. Miss Howard says, maybe if you call him by the right name, he could respect you just a little bit more. His name is Nick. And Tariq was like, that's his name? Are you sure? Like, why? Why, Tariq? So when Tariq went to go pick him up the same day, he was like, hey, Nick, how about you pick somewhere for us to go eat dinner? And, that put a smile on Nick's face, and it seems like he's going to warm up to him. So then Mr. Howard asks Tariq, like, okay, so are you going to be the only one picking him up and taking him to school? And he was like, yeah, my girlfriend, she works crazy hours, and, I'm going to be the one taking the responsibility, whatever. And he goes, she's really, really busy, so she don't have the time. And I started to think, like, who is the child's mom? Like, what if it's like a celebrity, or like, what if somebody's famous? Like, how is she that busy where she can't take her son to school or pick him up? Like, I don't know. So I'm glad to see Tariq in this season. He's hilarious and I can't wait to see more. So another thing I want to discuss in this episode is Mr. Eddie Gregory. He's the cool teacher. Duh, why wouldn't he be? Okay, all the third graders started to go into Gregory's class to chill and talk to him. And I believe those are Jacob students, right? So all the students are coming into Gregory's class and like asking him for advice and like chilling with him, and Gregory don't like it. He wants his own time. He wants to have his break alone and solo. Like, he wants a break from all the kids. My thing is, Gregory don't know how important it is to have that adult in your life that's not your parent, that could like give you advice and you're going to take it, because it's not like it's basically like your grown adult friend and you respect them on a different level. You know what I mean? Gregory don't see it that way. So he goes to Jacob and tells Jacob, like, yo, why your students keep on coming to my class? Like, they just coming in there talking to me and interrupting my time, my peace time. Like, I want to have my break by myself. Jacob says, wait, they're going to your classroom without you asking them to? Oh, snap, you're the cool teacher. And Gregory don't want no parts. But at the end of the day, he can't stop the kids from coming in there. So they go in there again. And this time they're having a discussion about girls. So it's this little kid named Javon, and he has a girlfriend. So he's telling his friends, like, yeah, I'm going to buy a chain for me, for her. And they ask Gregory, like, yo, what you think about that? That's a good gift? And Gregory says, no, it's not. The gift is for you. And y'all young. Y'all should just be focused on y'all grades and school, and girls will come later on. So him telling the little kids that, basically, Javon went to go break up with his girlfriend, and she was pissed. So when she saw Eddie in that hallway, she went up to him crying like, I hate you, Mr. Eddie. Like, you ruined my relationship. Gregory tries to explain, like, no, I didn't mean to. I was just telling him, like, he should just focus on school. Like, it's okay. I didn't mean for this to happen. I didn't want them in my classroom. At this point, Gregory put a do not disturb sign on his door. So the kids was like, oh, snap, I can't go in here. But Mr. Johnson was like, oh, no, I need privacy. So he walked his ass right in his room. It was like, Gregory, you got to get out. I need some privacy. I need to take this phone call. So when he was saying that, Melissa walked in and was like, yo, we know you teach kindergarten. But at the end of the day, we are all here for the kids. So whatever you can do for the kids, just do it. Like, what are you doing here? Like, come on. So Gregory, like, really opened his eyes and basically was like, okay, you probably right. Like, so then he finally opened his door to the kids and gave them some ground rules. Like, hey, y'all could come here, but no girl talk. Be productive. And y'all don't have to fart all the time. If y'all have to, then go ahead. Then one of the kids goes, good, because I just farted right now. And I'm like, oh my God, these kids. So the last thing I would like to discuss is Janine working her ass off. Go ahead, honey. We see you. So Janine is trying to get an interpreter for a student that is in Jacob's class. She did her presentation. The school board said, yeah, sure, like, go right ahead. If you could do it, do it. So Janine goes over and beyond with all these paperwork to try to get it done. But it ended up leading her straight back to her office. And in her office, there goes Principal Coleman. Like, Ava, what are you doing in her office, girl? So Ava calls Janine home, and she keeps asking Janine for so many things. Like, oh, she needs 2 assistants. Like, girl, you don't need that. You do not need 2 assistants. For what? Janine then explained to Ava, like, oh, I'm trying to find an interpreter for Jacob's classroom. He needs it. So that's what I'm focused on, and that's what I'll be doing. And she was like, okay, well, I'm gonna see you later. I'm gonna go get some more sparkly water out of the fridge in the break room. And Janine was like, yo, that is not yours to take. What are you doing? So finally, Janine finished all the paperwork, but now she needs to find somebody to take the job. Like, who will want the job? Is little pay and crazy hours. At that point, Janine was feeling very, very discouraged. And she basically told Jacob, like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to find somebody to help you out. And he was like, yeah. Jacob was like, yeah, I understand. The district does what they can. And Janine was like, well, I am the district and I want to help. The next day, Ava and Jacob was all with, like, some of the kids, and Ava was making fun of Jacob, and all the kids was laughing. But the girl with the disability, she basically had her tablet translating so she could see what Ava is saying, and she was laughing late on the jokes. Like, every time Ava said a joke, everybody would laugh, but like 2 seconds later, the young lady would laugh also. So when they walked away, Ava asked Jacob, like, yo, what's going on with her? Like, why she's like 2 seconds late on my jokes? Like, what's up? What's up? And Jacob explains, like, oh, her tablet don't work outside the classroom. You know, it's hard with the Wi-Fi, whatever. And she was like, well, I thought Janine was getting the interpreter for her. And he says, yeah, she tried, but it seems like it's not working. So Ava, as a great principal that she is, she took it upon herself to go to the district and go see Janine and tell Janine, like, hey, I know you busy and all of that good stuff, I get it, but we do what we have to do for our students. So make this happen, Captain. You know, because you're my mole and you got to keep on letting me know what's going on here. And Janine's like, what are you talking? I'm not your mole. And she's like, okay, it's good. Keep that cover, girl. But anywho's, Janine finally got her idea to have the parents complain to the district, and that sped up the process to get the interpreter for Jacob's classroom. And that was a great ending of the episode, basically. But the last scene in the episode, Tariq was talking to Ava about starting a PTA meeting or like a group, and he want to be in charge of it or whatever. And out of nowhere, you see Jeannie walking by. It was like, yo, we're not going to start that. Do not start that. No. And Ava was like, well, I see why you broke up with her. And Jeannie was like, that's not how it happened, and walked away. I'm like, the show is so cute. I love it. Okay, you guys, that was my short and sweet recap of Abbott Elementary Season 3, Episode 3. I hope y'all enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. I really, really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace.